Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would tell you some of my 2023 stationery favorites. I know that 2024 is fast approaching, and in case you wanted to order some new stationery but didn't quite know what to get, I thought I'd give you some of my favorites. I'm going to start off by showing you some of my pen favorites. In terms of fountain pens, this one has quickly climbed the ranks to be one of my absolute favorites. This is the Kaweco Perkeo fountain pen. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but anyway, I believe this color is the new infrared. It is a limited edition color. It's a beautiful kind of semi-translucent body that allows you to see the ink, and I absolutely adore this color. It's kind of like a pink and a red depending on how you hold it in the sunlight. This is in the medium nib. It has a embossed nib at the top, which I believe all the Kaweco products do, and also features these kind of two divots similar to the lamy body, so you can place your fingers here. This is actually not how I grip my fountain pens. I kind of hold it like it's gonna run away from me, but I still appreciate the divots just kind of as a guide to where my hands should go. And in terms of the ink flow, it is very smooth. Let me just grab this paper here. So I haven't found any skips with the nib, and when I tried, because I tried this in store, it was actually inked up with a different ink. So I know that it's about the nib and not the ink. But regardless of the ink that is in here, it just writes absolutely beautifully. It's a super dependable pen, and it's just kind of my new golden standard of a fountain pen. Super sturdy, I love it. Moving on to gel pens, my favorite gel pen of all times, it has been like this for years, is the Sarasa Dry in the 0.4. As you can tell, I'm left-handed, so having a quick dry gel ink pen is pretty important to me, especially when I'm bullet journaling and I'm kind of doing my spreads. The Sarasa Dry is the fastest drying gel pen that I've ever experienced. I can even write in the Hobonichi and it still dries relatively quickly, and I can highlight it pretty quickly as well. So yeah, let me sample this as well. And keep in mind that the Tomoe River paper is probably the most smudgy paper out there. So, but anyway. Like such, and then not too bad. But when I'm writing with this in, like, say my bullet journal, I can just highlight right over it and I have no issues. Again, I know it looks smudgy here, but this is like the most smudgy paper ever. Anyway, yeah, I do enjoy the spring clip, but my favorite body to pair this with is actually the Uniball 1 body. I just like how tapered the tip is. I like writing really quite close to the nib. So if you are like that, as I am, then you might also want to purchase one of these. And then I just swapped the ink. And this is like my go-to combination for when I'm doing my bullet journaling. And finally, I had to also include a ballpoint pen. This is the Uni Style Fit. It has the Uni Jetstream ink, which is my all-time favorite ballpoint ink. It's just the most dependable. I know I already said that word before, but I'm gonna say it again because this is the pen that I would like take notes with in school. It's just super smooth. I do tend to prefer the larger nib size, so I believe this is 0.7, just because it already runs kind of fine point. So I find that with the 0.5 here, it's kind of ultra thin, which again, some people might really appreciate, but for me, I kind of prefer a little bit thicker. In terms of the grip that I have on right now, it's just a standard grip. Now I'm gonna go over some of my favorite markers. Having just talked about highlighting, I think it is fair to first discuss my absolute favorite highlighter. This pack of highlighters has lasted me, I want to say, over 6 years. The ink flow is still going strong, and let's grab a swatch here as well. So as I mentioned, being left-handed, highlighting and all things like that is pretty important to me. And it comes with this chiseled tip with a window in it, which I believe is kind of the selling feature of this highlighter. So you can see when to stop highlighting, which is really important. It's also dual-ended, so you can do some underlining or some titles with that as well, which is really cool. And I also find that the colors are just beautiful. This is from the, I believe, the mild set. And I quite love this, as well as the yellow one is beautiful. So I can just show you. Just a beautiful highlighter. And this is the, if you ever see my my bullet journal, this is the highlighter that I'm highlighting with in my monthlies. It's always the Uni Propus. Yeah, love this. The next marker that I've kind of fallen in love with is the Kuretake Zig Clean Color Dot Marker. I thought that this was the double-ended one when I purchased it, but it's not, so this is just a single end. But what's really fun is that it creates a perfect circle when you stamp down on it. So if you're really big into like to-dos or something and you kind of want to do like all these dots and then kind of check them off as you go, that's what I use them for. But they're also really cute for decorating. I can show you my October spread, which I showed in my last video, but I can show it again. All of these dots were created with the green color dot marker. So super fun for just like stylistic choices, or like I said, if you want to do a to-do list, or I don't know, some kind of stamping stuff. Super cute, super pretty. I believe this is the Smoky set. Not too sure, but yeah, also really love this pen. And the third kind of marker-ish is the Tombow Fudenosuke. This is a brush pen, and I have a sticker on it because I've had so many of these that I have to mark which one is my juicy one. This is the marker that I use for all of my headers. It's what what is going on there? Okay, sorry, I'm not paying attention, obviously. Whatever. It is the brush pen that I use, like I said, for all of my headers. Just really quite nice. So that's how I had it for October. That's how I had it for September. I have been using this guy for years as well. I did also try the sign pen by Pentel, which I just didn't like as much, and I went back to the Tombow. So if I have to recommend a beginner-friendly brush pen for like headers and lettering and that type of stuff, it is going to be the Tombow Fudenosuke. And this one is in the soft nib. You can tell between the soft and the hard nib because the hard nib is kind of a navy blue, and it has silver embossing here, whereas this one is black with gold embossing. So if you want to be careful about which tip you get, that's how you can tell. Finally, I'm just going to go over some of my favorite tools that help me when I'm journaling. To start, we have this little itty bitty Midori index clip. These come in a pack of 12, if I'm not mistaken. This is the silver color, but they also have it in gold, and they're absolutely tiny and beautiful and perfect. So let me show you how you would go about applying this. So you just get your page here, and this is a thicker paper because it is bullet journal paper and not the Tomoe River, but it fits on both, and that's what I'm going to discuss. So here we go. It fits on nice and snug. It has a very thin profile, which is really handy because it never snags on anything and they never fall off. They're very secure on here, and sometimes they can be a bit temperamental just when you're getting used to how to apply them because they do hold the papers so snugly. But then the benefit of that is that it does also fit onto the Tomoe River paper perfectly. So let me grab another page here, kind of do a close-up of how to apply. You just want to kind of use the top here as leverage to kind of pop it open, and then you can just slide it on like that. And this guy's, he's not going anywhere. He's on there. So I absolutely love these because, like I said, a very, very thin profile, but if you are just kind of using your finger here, you can just open it up really, really quickly. And plus you get 12 of them, they're reusable, and they last forever, basically, if you take care of them. So yeah, absolutely adore these. The second tool that I have here is a stencil. So this is the Kokuyo Jibun Techo stencil in the plan. It's just a thin piece of plastic, super bendy. But what I love about this is not only do you get a measured ruler on one side, but it also kind of works as a bookmark tab keeper, as well as a divider. So when I'm in my Hobonichi weeks, and I like to divide down here. And so I'll just use the stencil and do this dot pattern on the way down. I think it looks really, really clean. So here I did that. So I used this as kind of a dot down the side, and it divides it super cute. And I think it makes it look a lot cleaner. It also comes with these, if you are into time blocking, you can use this to time block, kind of divide how long you do something. So you can just mark the top, kind of keep this going, and then mark the bottom when you finish. And you can also use it as a clock. I've never done this personally, but I know people that have, and that can be really handy again if you're tracking time or what have you. I do know that this is supposed to be for the Kokuyo Jibun Techo, but it works just as well with the Hobonichi weeks. So I'll just keep it in here like this. And yeah, super thin, but like just a very helpful tool to have. My final tool that I'm talking about is just this Bonox clip. I find it has just a super heavy duty hold on the paper. If you're a person that, like, again, left-handed here, so I like to have my books lay flat. I know this is a bad example because the Hobonichis all lay flat, but this little guy, I shouldn't even say little, he's humongous, just like clips it down mega. So I use this in my Traveler Company notebook because the pages don't stay down, and if I just put this on the edge of my page, it goes whomp and it like lays down flat, which is really important. I also love the color. It's just this kind of like light seafoam green color, and yeah, it's super heavy duty, like holy moly. Yeah, love this too. All right, and that is it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below which one was your favorite pick and which one you are looking to buy this 2024 upcoming year. Have a great day. See you next time.